Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, the Great War Redux for me, Papa Mega, and the German Empire. So in the previous episode we have managed to take down Netherlands and achieve quite a nice success on the Eastern Front against the Russian forces. We have also helped in previous episodes to take north of Africa away from Italians, and the fall of Egypt was also pretty much our doing. Now the Ottoman forces are marching south through the territory of British Africa, and I'm thinking that we might want to send some reinforcement there if we will be able to. However, that will require us to train an entire new army, for which I don't think we have enough equipment right now. Well, let's just... No, we don't. Okay. But we'll think about it. Anyway, let's start this episode as we usually do by looking at what happened in the real world. We've had 3 episodes recorded in a batch, so quite a lot of time needs to be covered, but I highlighted for myself the biggest things that happened between March and September 1916. So, let's start by the fact that on the 9th of March, Germany and Austria-Hungary declared war on Portugal because Portugal refused to release the interned German warships. Kind of interesting thing. Not that many people know about the fact that Portugal was at war with Germany and Austria-Hungary. On 18th of March, Russia launched a massive offensive to relieve the forces at Verdun. Their hopes was that by attacking the German forces in the east, Germans will have to pull some forces away from Verdun and move them eastwards. The original offensive was roughly 350,000 Russian men against only 75,000 Germans, yet no major gains were done in the first few days of the offensive, and in fact the Russians took 15,000 men in casualties in just the first few days, which was an insane blunder. The fights on the east will last till 14th of April, and that the total casualties of the Russian forces are going to be 122,000 men. However, for those of you that know quite a lot about the First World War, this offensive was a prelude to a much more successful Brusilov offensive that we are going to talk about in just a few minutes. On 22nd of March, the German U-68 was the first submarine that was actually sank by depth charges in the history. The British ship Farnborough, a Q ship, which is a ship designed to look as a merchant vessel, but it's actually a warship, sank it near Ireland. So that was a new historical milestone. On 5th of April, evacuation of the Serbian forces from Albania was finished. Actually, 19 ships were lost during this evacuation from French, British, and Italian fleets due to submarine and air attacks on the convoys here. On 9th of April, a new German offensive at Verdun has started. Nothing new. And on 15th of May, a new battle has started on the Italian front and in the area of Trentino. This time it was actually Austria-Hungary that launched a surprising offensive, and the Italians were completely dumbfounded. They, as they say, they were caught with their pants down. And in the next few weeks, Austria-Hungary managed to actually push the Italians back quite a long way, and they opened a way into these plains in northern Italy, which was a disaster for the Italian forces, and they actually asked the Russians to launch a new offensive against Austria-Hungary so that they could organize their forces here and stop the invading Austro-Hungarian forces. On 2nd of June, another battle at Ypres has started as Germans launched an offensive towards Sorel. On 4th of June, the Russians have actually started the offensive that the Italians asked for. It was the famous Brussels offensive, and it was led towards the Polish area taken by Austria-Hungary and Germany. This offensive was actually planned for 15th of June, but due to the pleas from Italy, they started earlier. It was actually very successful. It's one of the most successful offensive led by the Russians in the First World War, and it managed to gain quite a lot of territory, as we're going to mention in quite a few minutes. On 1st of July, British Somme offensive has started against the German positions, and it's worth to say that by early August, in about a month, both British and German forces lost about 160,000 men in this offensive each. So about over 300,000 men has died in Somme in just less than 1 month. On 6th of August, unsurprisingly, another battle at Isonzo started by the Italians, and no success this time either. And on 12th of August, just about a month and a half after the start of the offensive, Russian forces have published their numbers on the Brussels offensive. They claimed that they captured roughly 40,000 square kilometers while losing roughly 575,000 men in the offensive. It is worth saying that this offensive actually managed quite a lot. The Austro-Hungarian forces did have to pull some of their divisions and send them to the east, and it had quite a lot of effect on their offensive, which shortly after they managed to make the breakthrough into the Italians' plain, kind of halted on account of extremely big difficulties with the logistics, because it wasn't really easy to supply their armies through the terrain in the north of Italy, through the Alps basically. So combined with the Brussels offensive, Austria-Hungary actually had to stop their offensive and retreat after just a few weeks of the breakthrough. On 27th of August, Romania declared war on Central Powers, and quite surprisingly, on 20th of August, Italy declared war on Germany. I did not know that. I actually learned the fact today. I thought that they were already at war since they attacked Austria-Hungary, but no, they declared war on Germany on 28th of August. And on 1st of September, Bulgaria declared war on Romania. And last but not least, I have a note here that on 5th of September, so tomorrow in game time, the British forces managed to capture the second German defensive line on Somme, which was a great success. The only issue with that success was that this was supposed to happen in a few days after the launch of offensive instead of 2 months after the launch of the offensive. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, that was the state in September 1916, and these were the things that happened. Not a whole lot. The Brussels offensive was the probably most interesting thing, and again, Ypres, Somme, Isonzo, the usual meat grinders were just going along nicely. And by nicely, I mean in air quotes, and horrifying places. I actually wanted to say that for those of you that haven't watched it, just a few weeks ago I actually watched the what's it called? Always Quiet on the Western Front film, and while it had, I don't understand why they changed the story in it. That's up to the screenwriters, and you know, it's not a very very much going by the book they claim to follow, but on the other hand, it very much caught, in my opinion, the insane, you know, insanity of trench warfare. So if you guys haven't watched it, I suggest that you watch it because it was really, really good. I also watched the 1917, which I can also suggest. It's one of the better movies, even though All Squad on the Western Front actually showed, in my opinion, the misery way better. Anyway, let's get back to the game. We spent a lot of time talking. So we managed to take down the Netherlands, and we could launch an offensive on Belgium if we wanted. But Belgium is actually supplying us with all of our rubber. So I'm not sure if, you know, attacking your biggest supplier is a good idea. So let's focus on the Eastern Front. We've actually gained nice success here by putting the 1st Army Corps on a shorter front and expanding the border of the 2nd and 8th Army Corps, who are now working as the defensive lines. And we've also moved... no, not you guys, and not you guys. We moved the 9th Army Corps into here. Okay, so I was wondering which one it was. So the 9th Army Corps, as you guys know, is our attack corps, and they're just gonna do the best they can do here. The 11th Army Corps is actually gonna join them, but they need to finish drilling first, and the 10th Army Corps is now locked in the region of Italy. After they took this area in Central Macedonia, they're gonna have to launch yet another attack down here, south of Florina. Cool, so let's unpause. We'll see what our forces are up to. They're advancing here, here, and here. And our Army Corps are actually doing great. Okay, and we finished the Kaiser support research. That is amazing. So I could go with the next one now, or we could actually start with the tanks. And I think we're gonna start with the tanks. We want the medium heavy tank chassis, so let's get that one. I want chassis that can mount a heavy gun, thick armor, or both. So that's something that we want to do. Oh, and we finished the National Focus last time as well. Let's get the Oberster Kriegsherr, because that will lead to the militarization of youth, which increases the population, recruitable population factor by quite a lot. So, Oberster Kriegsherr. It is necessary to expand the power of the headquarters so that it can command the army without the constant participation of the Kaiser. So we get new political advisor, a new chief of army available. Cool, do it. Chief and Mordkaplan. And we could get another propaganda, but actually we need to save a bit of political power because we're running out of manpower, and we'll need to increase the conscription here. Okay, I think you guys can actually attack here. That's gonna work fine. Okay, Kaunas has fallen. And I think our forces can actually continue with the attacks. This force is completely broken, and these guys are going to break soon too. Yep, I already managed to break through here. And what are you guys doing? We can actually launch our attacks now. Moving south towards Baravici. Okay, so how's the situation looking here? You guys are full in supply and you are planning an attack. Okay, do it. Unfulfilled import requests. Guys, it's weird. What's that all about? And insufficient resources. Yeah, rubber is missing. United States, British Malaya. Well, we'll have to wait for the rubber. Research is happening. Yeah, the military police that we're gonna get in 57 days is going to be great, because that's going to reduce the need for manpower greatly. Okay, so this area has been taken. And I have a feeling that we can actually attack here as well. And this might lead to pretty decent encirclement. You guys join this attack. Okay, we just need to cut through here. And it's gonna be done. Wow, you guys are still defending. How the hell are you guys doing that? Damn. Some of these Russian forces are really heroic. Okay, you guys stop this offensive and you relaunch it together. Because that way you're gonna have way more of an oomph. And you can't really fight without an oomph, as many of you might know. Okay, you guys rejoin the attack as well. Okay, got another 3 military factories. So we got 10 factories working on civilian trains, 20 factories working on infantry weapons, 10 factories working on support equipment, 8 on motorized, 16 on cannons. I think we're gonna boost slightly the production of infantry equipment, because that's something that we could do well with, and we are actually in dire need of re-equipping our units, which we are not at all doing at this point. Okay, so how's your plan? Huh. That's exactly how I envisioned it. So let's move it this way. What the? How are you guys doing? Come on. Okay, that's actually amazing. They are giving us the ability to encircle their units here. Amazing. And while we're at it, they're actually giving us another opportunity right here, right now. Okay, you guys. Are supposed to advance. Let's continue with this. Yep. So we just managed that. Nope. March in. Attack. Come the hell on. It's the bridge again. I hate the bridge so much. We sank 5 enemy convoys and we gained an army epidemic. Trench fever hits the army. Extremely unsanitary conditions on the front line have created a large-scale epidemic in our standing army. This will erode our army's morale and strength as infected men struggle to fight under illness and the depravity of our situation begins to display itself. Oh, well, I'm looking forward to the Spanish flu. That's gonna be fun. Okay, so we're managing a huge breakthrough in this area. The forces there are definitely not going to resist us in any way. And I'm really feeling this attack here. Let's wait for the bonuses though to amass as much as they can. Okay, how about we launch an offensive against Riga? I'm not entirely sure if we'll be able to take it. Yeah, the attack across the river is not a good idea, but what can we do? So the howitzer mobile upgrade is done, and I have a feeling we might want to do an improved artillery upgrade here. That's going to give us a medium howitzer, a medium cannon, which are going to be used for tanks and also soft attack plus 10%. And we need to start looking into the mortar. I have absolutely no idea what that one actually does. Oh no, I thought we encircled them. But they can still retreat. Dang it. Well, alright. Yeah, I know this sucks. Poor Russian force. You guys. Advanced. Yeah, I've taken large swaths of territory here. So you guys fight these. Or we fall into their backs. This is it. Air elimination. Okay. So good, good, good. Vilna is secure now behind our lines. Okay, you guys got planning bonus almost maxed. I'm just gonna launch this attack after this offensive is done. So fingers crossed. And this is gonna be yet another one of those. See how that's gonna go. We really need to start utilizing, utilizing is kind of good word here, but first of all we need to start getting the tanks. Getting them available, and then doing something with them. Well, you guys are not necessary over there, so let's send you over here. We're gonna try to gain whole areas here, so it makes sense. Your wings. Oh, we got yet another. I mean, we got a totally new fighter wing. I guess we should increase these airfields so that we can fit more airplanes in them. So let's put 100 in here. Do we have an extra ace? Sure we do. Oh, he's not familiar with this kind of plane. Okay. Not sure what to make of that, but... Oh wait, no. That's because I was putting it on a recon plane. Riga refuses to fall because goddamn they got So many units in there right now. It's not even funny. Okay. This is looking like an easy offensive. So how's it going down here? Unexpected frost and defend. Okay, we pushed some of the enemies out of there. And we're most likely causing massive casualties, so it's not like it's a bad idea. Oh nice, the Turks are advancing. They're secure here. Oh wow, look at that. They're really making some progress here. I'm happy that they're doing God's work over there. I like it if we could take Riga. This fight looks like it's not going to happen as we want it. Okay, this army needs reinforcements. That is actually quite obvious now. Where's the rest of you? Oh, already here. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. At least not this time. But what can we do? We are just doing whatever we can. Okay, we got 84,000 men left. We really need to jump to that extensive conscription now, because this is not gonna hold much longer. Unless we are super sure. I mean, super sure that we can win it, which we are not. We will need those men. Yeah, we took them down to 7 divisions, but that's about as much as there is to it. Well, at least, you know, the offensive is continuing. And I would like it to recruit more units, but with this low of a manpower, it's not gonna happen. But it reminds me that we might be able to re-equip. Yep. So re-equip these guys. You guys already. You guys need to be re-equipped. Missing support equipment. Okay, at least that tells me what we need, where the buffer is. So let's put 2 more on here. Okay, destroyed 4 Russian destroyers. That is a certain success. I don't like this. I don't like this. We need Riga to fall. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do here. Okay. Let's push this way. That means this unit will go away and we'll have access across the river and can move westwards. That sounds reasonable. Okay, our offensive here has failed and they reinforced. Oh well. Actually, after you are done, we can relaunch this offensive with these 3 divisions. And as we kept them on their toes this entire time, they really don't have any supplies or anything they could use. We lost the planning bonus though, that kind of sucks. What can you do? Oh, the offensives are continuing well. This is really nice. Okay, go. Not sure if... I mean, yeah, we can launch an attack together with our units, but I was hoping that we could do it alone. Okay, what do you guys have? Convoy sink. Oh, that kind of reminds me. 7 new ships, Jesus Christ. So you go drilling with the submarines, and you go drilling with the destroyers. That's just the order of life. And now let's send you guys on the offensive. 3 civilian factories, huh? Oh, nice, look at that. Now we can play ball. Nice. Okay, let's do it like this. But the repairs first. Those are the most important. Okay, the offensive here is a success. The offensive here is a success. Okay, our forces here have pushed. Oh, come on! This is looking really nice. But they're reinforcing. Oh, that sucks, because we were quite close here, actually. Yeah, they're launching their own counteroffensive, so I don't think we're gonna get anywhere unless we get a huge bonus here. Okay, didn't we send? We did, okay. So let's do it this way. We're gonna just march westward. Let's see, fighting in marshes turns out it's okay for us. Well, fine. Damn, the Turks are owning it. I just need to be a bit more ruthless and they'll be done. They will be done. You go. Come on. Come on. Well, anyway, let's end the episode here. In 5 days, we're gonna get the military police, which will hopefully give us back quite a lot of manpower. Then improved artillery in 49 days, after which excavation will come in 150 days, and in 188 days, the basic heavy tank chassis is going to be available. So, hopefully that one is going to change the course of the war for us. But I think we're doing kind of good. The only place where we are not doing good is France. But that is really the issue of rubber. Nothing else.